All right, man. So Fat D has been announced. I'm going to continue to call it Fat D because it's funny to me that I know Drake did this on purpose, just because like he's just Drake is definitely he's the king of just like low key subtle like jabs. You feel me? And I feel like he definitely did that shit on purpose, just to be a funny guy. The one thing about, for me at least, is why I laugh at it is because it's acronym Fat D, FATD, no space, but I like to put the space just to be funny or whatever, just to, throw it out there, because it's funny. In the last 7 years, I don't know when it happened, but in the last 7 to 5 years, at least when I started noticing it a lot, there's been a lot of acronyms with albums. They CCLM, VIEWS, IRYLUT. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of a lot of people just are making up acronyms, and everything does not deserve an acronym. You can say the whole thing. Thank me later wasn't an acronym. Take care wasn't an acronym. But everybody's like, if you're reading this is too late was an acronym. I think that what was the other one that was the new album that dropped? That was CLMB. Like CLMB. Like, come on, man. Like, just say Certified Lover Boy or CLB, Certified Lover Boy. So it's just insane how acronyms have just become a part of things. So now that there's an acronym called Fat D, now everybody wants to call it For All the Dogs. It's literally funny as fuck that everybody wants to call it for all the dogs. Like, nah, Fat fucking D. All right, Fat fucking D. That's what we're gonna call it, since y'all want to acronym everything. So don't switch up now. Anyways, my beautiful dark twisted, my beautiful dark twisted fan, like MB, like, yo, just say my beautiful dark twisted fan and call it a fucking day. Anyways, Drake dropped Fat D picture. Drake dropped the Fat D album picture. It's just I think it's one of his better albums, album photos. If you ask me, it's one of his better. That's crazy. It's one of his Pauls. That's one of his better photo albums. Photos of his albums in recent years. If you guys thought I thought CLB was the most terrible album cover to date from Drake. I think Drake's CLB, as you guys call it, Certified Lover Boy, was just the worst. That was just the most uninspired. It was crazy. It didn't even feel like, the emoji was a pregnant girl emoji, and I felt like that wasn't an album to get pregnant to. If anything, it wasn't even a certified lover boy. If you ask me, I don't feel like it was lover boyish at all. But I mean, the original Certified Lover Boy was definitely, but for him to have Adonis draw the picture, and I think it's a real cool picture if you look at it. It looks like a Houndoom or Umbreon, for all my Pokemon lovers out there. It has the red eyes with the gray. It's actually really well illustrated, right? Illustrated? You draw it? Yeah, illustrated? Or is illustrated in writing? Illustrated. I think it's I think it's cool. I think it's meaningful, and it's a dog. So it's a very surprising, at this point, Drake's in his career where he just doesn't, really have to, think too much about an album cover. He's already past that. He's done his fair share of very meaningful, iconic album covers. So I think at this point it's kind of just fun for him. So I'm not docking any points for that. Do I think it's dropping this Friday? I think that he did drop the album cover, the official album cover. So, I'm going out of town, so I think it's dropping for real. I mean, once Dev go out of town, everything drops. There's been like 20 albums that have been big that have dropped over the time I've been doing YouTube, and then I go out of town. From J. Cole to Kendrick to Drake now, I think it's definitely dropping this Friday. I don't understand why he would just release it. And he did have a time frame for saying that it's going to be an album for the summer. Well, I'm going to tell you guys right now, the last week of summer is this Friday. And it's also National Dog Day. So National Dog Day is on Friday. It just all is lining up to be a Friday release date. Hopefully no one's dropping this Friday. Otherwise, your album will get overshadowed. Yo, Dev, on the song 9, he said, for the dogs, them, Dev got that shit on. Somebody said that Frank was going to be on here. Again, I don't believe sources trust me at any time. I don't really believe anybody that's saying who's going to be on it and blah, blah, blah. It's all just kind of speculations at the end of the day. But if you're asking me my expectations on it, I'm thinking it's gonna be a flex Drake. I mean, we got Honestly Nevermind, which I thought was just a awesome album from Drake. I know a lot of people really hated that album, and I think that for all the dogs, them, I always said, my Drake should do an album where he does 4 flex Drake tracks, 4 Caribbean style tracks, 4 sad Drake tracks, and 4 rapping Drake tracks. I think that would be the most ultimate album. 16 tracks of just 4, 4, 4, 4. And he should call it 4444. I think that'd be a great ass idea, in my opinion. But I'm hoping for all the dogs them is a rap album. It's been a while since we kind of got a pure rapping Drake album, and I think a lot of rap fans would definitely love that. It's why If You're Reading This Is Too Late is a lot of people's favorite our favorite Drake's album, because it is a mostly rap consistent album. And it's probably some of the best raps that Drake has done in his career on that one album. So that's why a lot of rap fans, because hip-hop Twitter, when they pick albums, they only care about hip-hop. But that's why they usually say If You're Reading This Is Too Late is his best album. Also people say Nothing Was the Same is his best album. Frank News confirmed to be false. Again, I don't trust any of that shit. I just wait till the album drops. One of my homeboys had actually a conversation with me, and I had to prove him wrong. I was like, yo, think about it. He's like, Drake has never had a single, because we're leaving this Friday or Thursday. We're leaving Thursday morning, but he was basically saying, like, Drake has singles, so it's not going to drop on Friday. And I was telling him, bro, Drake has not had a single since, I believe it was Nothing Was the Same. Because If You're Reading This, Views was the last time I had. But because Nothing Was the Same had one. If You're Reading This Is Too Late did not have one. Dark Lane Demo Tapes did not have one. CLB did not have one. Honestly Nevermind did not have one. Scorpion had one. Views obviously had one. Had a lot. He hasn't really done the single route in forever because he just doesn't need to. He's Drake. So it's just kind of just like, I definitely think it's dropping this week. I just don't see it dropping in September. I don't see him waiting, when he said it was going to be a summer album. I mean, we still got Labor Day. Is it Labor Day? We still got Labor Day coming around. So we could definitely be a party for that. And we still got, that's about it really for at least beach days. Scorpion had 3, God's Plan. Scorpion had 3, Views had about 2, I believe. I don't even think More Life had a single, so that's another one that didn't even have a single. So More Life didn't have a single either. So 2C Slide was a single. 2C Slide was a single. Yeah, you guys are right. Dark Demo Lane Tape had a single. It was 2C Slide. Damn, didn't even think about that. That was a single. Anyways, yeah, Drake, this album, I'm just hoping it's a rap album. I'm hoping that, he just gives us a banger, which I'm sure he will. He will give us at least 4 to 5 bangers that we're going to stick with us, and we're going to be singing that shit and putting on reels and resonating with it for the next year. I don't doubt that Drake is going to do that. I don't really expect, like other people, they want a very kind of just conscious album and blah, 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 blah. I don't think Drake needs to do that anymore. I just think that Drake needs to bring, some resonating bangers to the masses. I really just don't understand why people want this so conscious rap Drake album when, Drake has essentially done everything. He has about 4 to 3 classics albums in his arsenal. That's not even arguable if you want to go. I mean, you got to put, I always said that you got to put Views in there just off of sheer numbers. You got to put Views in there. Take Care will obviously be his best album, and that is a classic. No matter what you guys say, I think every Drake album is a classic personally. But Take Care has to be on there. Nothing Was the Same has to be on there. I think that was a shift in his career. Nothing Was the Same was the stardom. It was like his Starboy album. If you want to compare it to like The Weeknd, it was the Starboy of Drake. You got to put that one in there, and then. I just think that those are the 3 right there. Views, Nothing Was the Same. And even people, I said 3 to 4, you could even say If You're Reading This Is Too Late is a classic. So, there's definitely classic Drake albums that he's released, and he doesn't have anything else to really prove. And I don't know why. It's kind of like when people be like, Floyd's is 50-0, and they be like, you're still not the best. I mean, what else do you want the motherfucker to do? There's going to be people that's going to hate. The man is the best, all right? Man does when he's done what he's done. He's still doing it. 2 decades later, and has it been 2 decades? 09, 2019, a decade and a half later. He doesn't really have anything else to prove. He's just releasing music, having fun, and I'm just hoping that he gives us a banger. Again, I don't like tracks like Way Too Sexy. I don't like tracks like Come and Rescue Me. I don't like tracks like that. Again, if the masses love it, that's what they love. Again, I'm not asking you guys or telling you guys what to love. But for me, when he drops tracks like, I'm trying to think what was the last album on CLB that was crazy. Not even CLB, on Her Loss. Like, Her Loss has so much bangers that I can't even think about it right now. Her Loss literally, if he gives me tracks like Broke Boy, you know what I just said? I have been off lately. I really have been off because I just said Drake hasn't given us a rap album in a while, and I forgot about Her Loss. Like, yo, I've been off my game lately. I think I'm really getting old. I'm just starting to forget shit because that just slipped my mind too. He just dropped 20. I guess I just didn't count it because it wasn't a solo album, but he dropped a whole rap album. I still think If You Read This Too Late is better. His best rap, most rap consistent album. The best rapping he's done in his career. But tracks like Hours in Silence, tracks like Not Spin About You. Rich Flex, obviously that was the main one at Broke Boys. More M's. I guess it's Fuck Me, tracks like that. As long as he gives me some of those, which he will, I'll put the whole bank account that he's gonna give me at least 5 bangers. There's no way you're gonna go through a whole Drake album and be like, nah, wasn't feeling any track. There's just no fucking way. One track is gonna be hella catchy, and you literally gonna be like, damn, this is that track, and I'm gonna be playing this for the rest of the year. So, I mean, that's just how I feel about every Drake album. I just don't think that there is not going to be any bad. There's not going to be a Drake album where I'm just like, damn, I did not enjoy any tracks. I know I'm going to get 5 tracks, and that's all I'm happy about as a listener of today. I'm happy that we're going to get that. Now, I'm more worried about the features. I mean, features is a real important factor. I think that he's been kind of slacking on his features in the most recent years. I don't know why. It's been mostly like Travis Scott and just 21 Savage. I think his features on CLB were just they were just not that good. Other than Tim's, I mean, Rick Ross Wayne was good too. But I'm just saying, like, where's the Janae's? Where's the tracks? Like, where is like his variety that he used to always have back in the day for his features? I kind of missed that. So, yeah, man, I just want to get in the comments below and know what you guys think. Let me know how you feel about the album cover. Again, I think it's a great Houndoom or Umbreon, whatever you guys want to call it. It looks good. I think it's also meaningful to his son. I think that is going to be a good album. I don't think it's going to be like, you guys always like to say To Pimp a Butterfly or compare it to some crazy ass conscious, album, but I think it's just going to be a good album. And, we're going to move on to the, not going to move on, but we're going to take the tracks and it's going to be memorable ass tracks. And then it's going to be on to the next one. So we are definitely getting Nicki, Bad Bunny, Sampha, and Ellie Goulding for Fat D. Ellie Goulding for real? I mean, I know Nicki's gonna be on there. I know that I saw that, and Bad Bunny also. I saw that with the concert, so that's kind of what we got. At least a almost confirmation. But I did not know about Sampha and Ellie Goulding. But Sampha being on there would be amazing. Actually, I would definitely love to see Sampha being on another Drake album since we haven't got Sampha since what? More Life. Nothing Was the Same. More Life. Those were the 2 Sampha features. And they have never missed on 44, 22, and they did not miss on Too Much. Both amazing tracks with the combo of Sampha and Drake. So, she confirmed it in her story. Okay, so yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. So that's all about it. Get in the comments below. What you think? Don't forget to follow us here and here. And peace. Speaking Cardi B.
Very special girl. I'm not a special girl.